Fair-sized confined animal feeding operations, or CAFOs, may use buffer strips or vegetative treatment areas to preserve water quality and to avoid nuisances such as smells and pests. A buffer strip is an area of densely vegetated ground that slopes gently downward, away from the CAFO. This allows runoff to absorb along the length of the buffer strip, so that the grass or other perennial vegetation takes up any nutrients, keeping them out of water supply sources such as groundwater and streams. The buffer strip will be required at minimum to have the same size footprint as the area of the feeding operation to be treated. The overall footprint is dependent upon slope, annual rainfall, and soil type. Typical footprint area is 2 to 5 times the size of the feeding area. Features like small berms can direct flow to the buffer area to improve flow distribution and absorption. Vegetation with dense ground cover filters runoff more effectively. Ditches or channels will prevent proper distribution by allowing runoff to flow too quickly through the buffer strip, so make sure to fill in any ditches or low areas. Watch for any gaps in vegetation as well. Dead grass or bare ground will not absorb nutrients and should be repaired promptly. The soil of a buffer strip should be tested at a minimum of once every 5 years to ensure that the buffer strip is absorbing nutrients as intended. However, the exact frequency of required testing may vary between different CAFOs and can be found within each facility's specific permit. At least 10 probes should be taken, at least 1 foot deep across the width of the buffer strip and halfway down the length of the strip. Note any features in the landscape that affect the path of runoff and be sure that you are sampling from areas where water appears to have been flowing, if possible. Be careful not to sample from holes or areas of dead vegetation and repair these spots as soon as possible. Mix the sample thoroughly to form a single composite sample for each of the vegetative treatment areas at the facility and send to a KDHE approved laboratory to analyze for pH, nitrate nitrogen, ammonia nitrogen, Keldol nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and chloride. Results should be sent to KDHE within 30 days of receiving them. For information on interpreting your soil test, see Kansas State University Bulletin MF 2586, Soil Test Interpretations and Fertilizer Recommendations.